evening. This is CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallow. A jury finds a Hyattsville man guilty of sex abuse of a minor. The suspect is 62-year-old Quentin Perry Sr. He was found guilty of second, third, and fourth-degree sex offenses. According to the state's attorney's office, the victim is a relative of Perry. Officials say the abuse happened when the victim was a young child.
I want to thank our victim for coming forward, and I want to thank her mother for ensuring that she had the support that she needed in order to come forward. This is tough. It's tough. It's personal when you are abused. And when you're young, you may not even understand what is happening to you, but you know it's wrong.
The young lady was able to testify with clarity, with conviction. She was able to tell the complete truth. There were some items that were able to corroborate her truth. Her parents, her family members were able to corroborate her truth. And there was no question about her veracity for truthfulness.
The jury verdict came down on August 3rd. Meantime, Brave Boy is encouraging victims of abuse to contact authorities. Well, funeral services were held today for the two Montgomery County sisters killed in a house fire in New York last week. Sisters Jillian and Lindsay Weiner of Potomac died early Wednesday morning. They were on vacation with their family when a fire broke out in their Hamptons home. Jillian was just 21 and Lindsay only 19.
With what shall I bless her? With what shall this girl be blessed? Asked the angel. And he blessed her with a radiant smile, and he blessed her with big, observing eyes to capture all the sights of flowers and birds. And he blessed her with a heart that is sensitive to all signs. With what shall this girl be blessed? Asked the angel. And he blessed her with feet to dance to no end, and a soul to absorb all melody, and a hand to gather shells upon shore, and an ear that is tuned to young and old.
The service was held at the Washington Hebrew congregation. A two-story townhouse in Laurel goes up in flames. This was the scene this morning, about 12 hours after the fire started last night. It began as a grill fire, but spread to the roof. The incident occurred in the 7200 block of Paper Bark Terrace. No injuries were reported, but 8 people were displaced. Damages are estimated at $125,000. Well, coronavirus cases in Maryland continue to climb. The state health department today reports 1,500 new COVID-19 cases. 4 residents have died from the virus in the last 24 hours. Currently, 600 Marylanders are in the hospital with the virus. And you are watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallow. Coming up, school districts around the region continue their push for new teachers. Stay with us.
Here, baby. Look. Uma.
Noah. Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
Welcome back. The Montgomery County School District, like so many other school systems across the country, is facing a teacher shortage. This as the new school year is set to begin. During a press conference this morning, Superintendent Dr. Monifa McKnight said the district needs to hire 157 new full-time teachers before the start of the school year. MCPS is also looking to hire 59 part-time teachers, as well as bus drivers and support professionals. Now, despite the challenges to fill these positions, McKnight still says that her district is a great place to work.
When it comes down to the benefits, when it comes down to the community, when it comes down to the salary, when it comes down to the people who you work with in your building, this is a great place to work. That has been my experience. It's been my experience, which is why I've been here over 20 years.
The first day of school for Montgomery County students is set for Monday, August 29th. Montgomery County Executive Mark Elrich declares victory nearly 3 weeks after Election Day. Elrich won by just 42 votes, an even closer race than 4 years ago when he won by 77 votes. His opponent, David Blair, meantime, is seeking a recount. Senator Cheryl Kagan says part of the slow ballot counting process can be attributed to those who downloaded ballots from the internet. She says some voters mistakenly thought that they could do the entire voting process online.
When it gets to the Board of Elections, your paper in your printer can't go through the scanning machine. So two teams, two representatives, one Democrat, one Republican, have to manually duplicate and look over each other's work and announce and copy onto ballot paper that can be scanned your votes and your preferences. It's very time consuming, and that's another reason for the delay.
Kagan says she's looking at legislation that would alleviate future problems at the ballot box. Governor Larry Hogan pays honor to vets today as he dedicates a new facility at the Cheltenham Veterans Cemetery. Thanks to $16 million in grants, the Cheltenham site gets a new administration building, maintenance facility renovations, and 8,200 new burial sites.
Our veterans serve as a reminder every single day of the immeasurable cost of war and the immense cost of freedom. And we owe it to them to ensure that they have a final resting place that meets the level of dignity and respect that they have earned. To support the growth and ongoing care of this site, Cheltenham Veterans Cemetery was awarded nearly $16 million in federal grants from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs.
The Cheltenham project was completed in 15 months. The gunman in the Ahmaud Arbery case is sentenced again. Travis McMichael today was sentenced to life in prison for committing a federal hate crime in the death of Arbery. Arbery was jogging through a Georgia neighborhood when he was shot and killed by McMichael in February 2020. McMichael is currently serving a state sentence for Arbery's murder. An annual report on child well-being ranks Maryland number 19 overall in the country. The Annie Casey Foundation report looks at various categories, including health, parental employment, and education. Under the economic well-being category, the state ranks 16. Maryland sits at 18 in education, but the statistics are getting worse. The report finds that 51% of Maryland kids ages 3 and 4 are not in a school setting. That's up 2% from the last report. Still ahead here on the news, talking Washington Commanders football with Laurencia Moten. Stay with us.
Why is ambition respected in men and criticized in women? We may think ambition in women is a good thing, but because of a lifetime of cultural stereotypes, we react negatively. That's unconscious bias. But can unconscious bias really limit women's success? Well, when asked to draw a leader, the vast majority of people, both men and women, draw a man. When we imagine positions of power, we erase women from the picture. Today, only 5% of CEOs are women. It's time to challenge cultural stereotypes and outmoded mindsets. The world is a better place when we support one another's ambitions, whatever they may be. Together, let's question the biases that hold people back. Voice our ambition proudly, without apology. Model ambition for our sons and daughters. Our ambition is to challenge double standards to help achieve women's equality. What's yours? I'm Mindy Kaling, and I embrace ambition.
Thanks for staying with us. Well, a suspect has been arrested after an Anne Arundel County church faced its second hate crime within the last month. The Kingdom Celebration Church in Gambrills was first vandalized with racist graffiti in early July. The church was vandalized yet again last Wednesday with hate-motivated graffiti that was worse than the first time. The suspect is 66-year-old Donald Hood Jr., who was arrested Friday night on multiple charges. After a hearing with the district court commissioner, Hood was released but is still subject to further charges. Prince George's police are investigating a Sunday night deadly shooting. Officers were called to the 4100 block of Southern Avenue for a report of a shooting. When they arrived, they found a man in a parking lot suffering from gunshot wounds. He was pronounced dead on the scene. Anyone with information on the incident is asked to contact police at 1-866-411-TIPS. Well, court systems across Maryland are preparing to install a new statewide system called Maryland Electronic Courts, or MDEC. The Prince George's Circuit Court system is asking residents to pack some patience while the conversion takes place. Chief Judge Sheila Tillerson Adams says that employees are doing double duty handling their regular assignments at the same time. The new case management system will enable courts at all levels to collect, store, process, and access records electronically. Attorneys and parties may file and access records via the system as well. MDEC is scheduled to go online on October 17th. Well, now we're going to get a quick check of our weather forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy with lows near 76. Tomorrow, sunny with a chance of thunderstorms, highs around 94. Wednesday, thunderstorms and showers with highs near 89. Thursday, sunny with showers and highs around 86. And that is your CTV News Update. I'm Patricia Vallone. Have a great night.